Well, the one of the models is the what we could call industrial model. There is a separation between the different steps. There is some people who specialize in production of the atoms, of the elements of the resources, these components, these elements that we have been talking before. These elements could be kept in repositories. Some people specialize in sequencing those elements of resources to produce learning object. And finally, teachers or publishers put in the virtual learning environment where the resource could be used by the students. So there is this idea of editorial model is separation of tasks, professional production of the different components, and also professional aggregation of those components. To give you what represents this schema could be complex to see the first time. If the components are these pieces in color pieces, this complement here will be the metadata that is joined to every component. So, in order to be how to say recovered any element, if there are no metadata, then will be a lot of effort to recover every element. Then once you put on a repository, is in this moment when you have to tag to classify the resources. That's why I joined this element here to represent the metadata for each element. And when you aggregate the elements into a more complex piece of content, then also you meta tag this piece of content. That's why you have here this the same symbol. So this is what we could call editorial or model of resource development. Another model is the self-content production by teachers, the personal content creation. This has become very spread. So, for instance, many professors, many teachers are producing their own resources. At least to produce a presentation like this it's a way of personal content creation. So many teachers now are content creators because at least we produce our own presentation. So this was not in an analogic world was not so clear. Because we didn't prepare in advance. So when we teach in a classroom, we use the blackboard, and when we were running the class, we were producing at the same time the content. Now it's something that you prepare in advance to be presented in your classroom, and it takes quite a lot of time if you want to do a good, a nice-looking presentation. So many teachers now we are becoming content creators too. So there are to be a content creator. As you know, there are many tools available. The most popular one is PowerPoint. If some people has done some studies, and the figures that appear are astonishing. So it seems that more than 80% of the content production, learning content production is done with PowerPoint. 80%. I don't know if the figure is totally clear, but it's really the most used tool. I don't know if I'm not sure if it is the best tool, but what it really is the most used tool. I don't know if you agree that it is the best or not, but I tell you that for me it's not the best tool. In fact, for teaching and for learning. In fact, just to give you a snapshot, PowerPoint was not designed for learning. Was designed to present sales information. So we have to keep that in mind. Well, sometimes teachers, we sell something. We try to sell enthusiast ideas, but well, I don't know if it is the best tool for teaching, and especially for learning. Well, there are other specific tools activity-oriented tools. Now, what I experiencing, at least in our context, in our schools, is that the virtual learning environments. Let's say when I say virtual learning environment, I think in Moodle. I don't know how many of you have heard or used Moodle virtual learning environment. More in this side, not nobody in the other side. Okay, so teachers are using Moodle as content creation, a personal content creation. So it's a new and fast growing phenomenon. And there are what I call independent tools. The idea behind the independent tools is that they not belong to a specific VLE or a specific tool. One example, for instance, is EXE, EXE. That's it's an open source tool to produce different kind of aggregate different kind of activities and content that can run inside the VLE or outside. But this is just to present this idea that it's a really new phenomenon, that teachers are becoming content creators in a large number that they were before, or we were before. Always teachers have created content, always, but now in a very large number than we were doing it before. And this is really, again, another challenge for publishers, because we are not only creating content, but we also are sharing content. And this is a new emerging sector.